Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're tuning in because you're not going to want to miss this episode. It's all about seasonal bucket lists. So, I'm inviting you to think about as we're going into the fall season, what is on your fall bucket list? There's a really good chance that during the season, you thought to yourself, yes, I want to do this. And then fall passed by, it became winter, became spring, became summer, and now it's fall again. What was on that list that you didn't get done? And is there a way to make it happen this season? There are certain activities that only work at certain times of the year, or there are things that are on your list that you've been wanting to do that maybe you've been putting off. And I'm going to invite you to take action. You know, it just goes by so quickly. Those few months go by in the blink of an eye, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, yet again, I didn't do, and you fill in the blank. So maybe you wanted to go picking strawberries in the spring, and now it's the fall. Do you want to pick apples? If that's the case, let's make that happen. If you're more like no, I'll just get my apples from the grocery store where they're all neatly lined up and they cost just a fraction of the cost as if I went to go pick them myself, which kind of feels like it should be the reverse, but who knows why. But you're like, I really want to go on a hayride, or I want to pick a pumpkin, or I just want to take a scenic drive and look at the fall foliage. So those are all nature inspired bucket list items, but you may have food inspired bucket list items. Are you a maple kind of person? A pumpkin spice? Those are the flavors of the season. So enjoying a favorite something, whether that's an apple cider donut or whatever that may be. It's not just nature and food. There are so many things that go along with the season. Did you want to make something as a gift for someone over the holidays, or do you enjoy painting pumpkins or carving jack-o'-lanterns? It's easier to do it now because all the supplies are available and it kind of just makes more sense. You could do it any time of the year, but now may be the time you want to make it happen. So, for those items that you've been putting off, thinking about doing, years have gone by and you haven't made it happen, first ask yourself, do I really want to do it? And then if you really want to do it, well, let's get it done. And how are you going to know if you really want to do it? Well, think fast forward to the end of the season. Are you going to have that pang of regret that you didn't make it happen? If so, then that's absolutely something we want to get on your bucket list sooner rather than later. So tell me what's on your bucket list in the comments below. I hope that you've already hit subscribe. That way you'll be notified about future programs, which you already know are every Wednesday. In case you're wondering what's on my bucket list, I can tell you making some more s'mores over the fire pit in my sister's backyard. As much as I like roasting the marshmallows, I don't actually like eating them, so I make them and then feed them to other people, which is just as much fun, if not more. I do try to get that perfect GBD, golden brown delicious, on my marshmallow, and I've been pretty successful. My new technique is to wedge my stick in between two of the fire pit rocks that make the ring, and then I can just turn it like my marshmallows on a spit. And it works out really, really well. I don't accidentally get lazy, dip it into the fire, and set it aflame, although that can be fun too. So that is absolutely on my bucket list, as is taking a drive to see some of the fall foliage. I'll be collecting some of it to give to family members that don't get to see it in their backyard. So that's always a fun project as well. I do often also like the beach and the ocean this time of year. It's a whole lot less crowded and it has a very different feel. Plus, dogs are allowed on the beach after the summer season. So that is absolutely on my list as well. And I may find, a seashell or two. So beach combing in the fall, which sounds unusual, but I think it's really going to work. So what's on your list? I'll invite you to add 3 or 4 things right now. Maybe pop them on your calendar so you're sure to make it happen. I can't wait to hear about what's on your fall bucket list. And my greatest hope is that you make those things happen. So let's go make some new memories. Until next Wednesday, thanks so much for tuning in. And please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Comment below and I'll comment back. I'll talk to you then.